So we start with some silly rapid fire questions just to break the ice. What is your favourite meal and who cooks it?
I love corned beef cooked by my mother.
Who's your favourite band?
Favourite band, Jethro Tull.
When you were at school, which teen group were you? The jocks, the mean girls, alternatives, loners, nerds?
Alternatives.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yes.
What for?
Not obeying the rules.
What would you consider to be a good crime to be arrested for?
Good time.
Good crime.
Oh, a good crime. I should think about that one. Yeah, a good crime. Going too fast.
What country will you never visit again and why?
I haven't found a country that I wouldn't visit again. They're all inspiring.
If you were running for government, which party would you be with?
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be running for Parliament, and B, I wouldn't align myself with a party. Yep.
Now on to serious questions. Why are you running for mayor?
Because I really believe giving back to the community, and I really want to see people be able to express who they are, where they've come from, and what they can aspire to be. And the more that I can do to enable that, the better.
If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing in the region, what would it be?
One governance structure for the Wairarapa.
If you win the election, what issue will you make your number one priority?
The number one thing I would do is a ground up look at how we operate together with all the reforms coming out of central government and just the cost of living and our funding mechanisms for local government. I think it's really important that we have a ground up solution. So I'll be facilitating conversations with iwi and hapu, with community, with business and with local government as it is, and put forward a solution for the future so the Wairarapa can govern itself in a way that's good for the Wairarapa.
What can the council do to help slow down or limit climate change?
What we can do is what we're doing now, and we're doing it more and more. So every decision we make, we need to factor in climate change. So that's our first priority. So before we make a decision, we look at the effects on climate change. So that's addressing the carbon footprint and just wider extremities of connectivity. And it's about changing the way we do things, not just trying to make the way we do things better. Yeah. So it's having a different approach. Yeah.
Who are the at-risk groups in Carterton and how will you help them?
The at-risk groups, those that are really struggling with the cost of living and those who struggle with how we live, the way we operate, especially local government sometimes. It's so black and white sometimes, and it's got to be flexibility, and local government struggles to bring in that flexibility. So it's important to be able to have a very strong community network that can support diversity, yeah, and bring people forward together because everyone's part of the community.
What is your stance on Three Waters and how could council do a better job?
So I don't have a stance on Three Waters. It's quite clear that the government's going to mandate three waters. They've got a majority, and if you put a 30-year lens on Three Waters, we've got to look what Three Waters is going to look like in the future, and is it affordable to our community? And if you look at the basis of the Three Waters reforms, it's about affordable water, good quality infrastructure, and reliable water as well. And if you focus on that and make that the core of where we're looking, I think it'll all fall into place. But by saying that, there are things that need to be worked on the current model, for sure.
What's the issue that's most important to you personally, not the region, and why?
One of the most important things is we're part of the Greater Wellington region, and I think it's really important that we work more and more as a region, because just with what's happening in the world now, the lower North Island, so you're talking Kapiti, Porirua, Wellington, the two huts and three Wairarapa councils, we're very supportive, and we can almost have a circular economy to support ourselves. So what's good for Wellington's good for the Wairarapa, and vice versa, and also with Kapiti. So I just want to see us get stronger and speak with one voice, but not one council, if that's what you're thinking, but just really work together and support one another when we make decisions, and front foot it to government and to the rest of New Zealand and to our own communities.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Anything else I'd like to say? So just being mayor is something that I'd never planned to be. It's just a diversion of coming to the Wairarapa, buying an old country store, which, even though it had closed, was still a meeting point for the community. So where we lived was a place where kids were dropped off, where things were picked up, and straight from 1996 when we bought it, it became part of the community, and just got involved in a lot of creativity as far as making things happen, like this gallery, and now Heart of Arts. I started this, and just evolved. And I just saw that the path of being on council is a way to help make things happen, and no intention of being mayor, but it just happened, and I've still got the energy and enthusiasm to still give back to the community, but I'm well aware too that you don't want to stay outside your welcome as mayor. You get in, make a difference, and do a best job as you can, but then pass the baton on to someone else who's coming through. Yeah, thank you.